Welcome back to Scottish Movies, and it's time to go through my top 5 best and top 5 worst films of the year. Let's get started. Okay, so what I want to say straight off the bat is I base these off the movies I've seen in the cinema this year. Now, this year I've only actually seen 24 films in the cinema, which is pretty pathetic for me. I mean, it still pays for my Cineworld card, but I've just been lazy, and yeah, I've only seen 24. And to be honest, I kind of only seen 22 because two of those were um, Empire Strikes Back and Phantom Menace for anniversary sort of showings. So I've kind of only seen 22 new films. But I'm going to go through everything anyway. So, firstly, I want to mention a few films that I didn't even see at the cinema. So you're not going to be seeing any of these on these lists, whether I think they're good or bad. I didn't see Mad Max Furiosa. I've still yet to see that one. I didn't see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm still yet to see that one. I didn't see Terrifier 3. I've not seen any of the Terrifier films. I'm probably a bit terrified, if I'm honest, of watching them. But yeah, I've not seen Gladiator 2. There's another one. One film that was in the cinemas that I have since seen was the new Joker film, which I will probably give an honourable mention. Now I've actually seen it as one of the worst films of the year. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it at all. I think when it went in the wrong direction, it was boring for me. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about, like I said, I didn't see it at the cinema. So I'm going to go with my worst films of the year first. Now, there's only one in this list that I really, really did not like. The rest of them were just sort of okay. Now, I'm not saying any of these are really bad movies, but I'd say apart from number one. But anyway, so number 5 is going to be Moana 2. Now, I am a big Disney fan. There is another Disney movie in my top 5 best films. But yeah, Moana 2, I believe it started out as a TV series, and you could probably kind of tell. I don't think it was really needed, to be fair, but obviously, Disney, they make sequels to everything. Thinking he can make the money. Obviously, it started out as a TV series, and then he ended up turning into a movie to make more money. And I believe it has done pretty well, but it's not really a patch on the original. But not to say it's a bad movie. It was okay. But yeah, that's Moana 2. So going to number 4. This is a film that I saw. I think it was back in January. And I'll be honest, I've forgotten all about it. And it was Argyle. Was it Matthew Vaughn who made the Kingsman movies? All I remember about this one was I probably just didn't enjoy it as much as the Kingsman movies, if I'm honest. Yeah, I need to give it a rewatch, to be fair. I don't even know if it's got a physical release yet, but yeah, it's probably on streaming somewhere. But maybe I need to give it a rewatch. But I just remember it not as good as the Kingsman films and being a bit disappointed. Going number 3 is the Ryan Reynolds film If. Now this wasn't a bad film. I think you could get something out of this. Kids might enjoy this film, but it's one of the not as good films that I saw this year compared to other ones that I did see, basically. Because I'm going to mention a few honourable mentions of good films. Of films that just missed out on me, sort of top 5 later, and they're the kind of films that are sort of basically in the middle. But yeah, it was just okay. Next up is the new M. Night Shyamalan film Trap. Now, I went into this thinking it looked like pretty good from the trailers, but it sort of should have ended at quite a few times. There's about 3 sort of false endings. It was just annoying. It was good up to a point. And yeah, it sort of lost its way for me. And yeah, I don't know. It could have been better. Let's just say that. And it did ultimately disappoint me. And coming at number 1 in my worst film of the year is got to be Madam Web. Obviously a Marvel film, obviously from Sony, who quickly getting a reputation for releasing some really bad movies on the Sony platform. But yeah, Madam Web, I had a double bad experience with this. I saw this film in 4DX, which was my first 4DX experience. I did a review of it. I didn't like the 4DX. Someone with a bad back, it wasn't great. But it was an opportunity to do it for free, and I'd not done it. And I won't do it again. It was weird on the plus side. If I'd have seen Madam Web, I think not in 4DX, I probably would have fallen asleep. It was that bad. Sorry, but even Sydney Sweeney couldn't help it. But yeah, I wasn't a fan, and that was my worst film of 2024. So I'm going to move on to the top 5 films for 2024 now. Okay, so firstly, I'd like to mention a few honourable mentions. First one I want to mention is an animated film which was Wild Robot. This was a really, really good animated movie. It was a toss-up between this and number 5 in my top 5, which was better. I think the other one I preferred slightly bit more, but yeah, Wild Robot is a really, very good film, and I'm looking forward to watching that again in the future. Next up was a surprise for me, which was Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. I'm still yet to pick this up. I want to pick the 4K up. But yeah, this really surprised me. I just really enjoyed it. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, I went into it not with massive high hopes, really. I mean, the last Godzilla film was all right, but you know what you're going to get with him. But this sort of exceeded my expectations a bit, and I did enjoy it. Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Saw this just recently. This is the last film I saw in the cinema in 2024. And yeah, it was really, really good. Jim Carrey was great. We had the addition of Keanu Reeves as Shadow, and obviously I think Knuckles was really good in this as well. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. My last honourable mention is going to be a film I saw, I think it was back in February or March, I can't remember exactly. And it was the new Bad Boys Ride or Die. Yeah, this was really good as well. I need to rewatch this again. I've not watched it since. Well, I don't own it yet, but we'll be picking it up at some point. But yeah, the new Bad Boys film was a lot of fun. Great action film. So yeah, on to my top 5 of the year now. So coming in at number 5 is the aforementioned animated movie I was talking about, and it's Inside Out 2 from Disney. As I said before, when I was talking about Moana 2, I like Disney animated movies, and yeah, Inside Out 2 was one of the best ones. Obviously, he's made an absolute fortune. I did really enjoy the original movie, and yeah, Inside Out 2. Yeah, added some more emotions with anxiety, and what were the other ones? I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but yeah, it was a really good film, and I think we'll probably get away with another one if at a push. We'll have to wait and see on that. So coming at number 4 is a action movie, which again surprised me a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, and it was Civil War with Kirsten Dunst. And yeah, this features like a bunch of kind of reporters and photographers going around America in the middle of the Civil War, basically. And yeah, it was pretty hard hitting, but it was a great action film as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I do need to pick that one up as well in the future. It will be one of the adding to my collection. Coming number 3 is yet another animated movie. And it is one I recently picked up on 4K Steelbook for Christmas, and that is Transformers 1. This again exceeded my expectations. I remember seeing the original trailer thinking that it might be alright. But it's a really, really good animated film and great Transformers film. It's second only to the original 1986 animated movie for me, which I'm a huge, huge fan of. If you watch his channel, you know. But Transformers 1 was great, and I say I've already picked up the 4K Steelbook. So yeah, that was Transformers 1. And there's 2 movies left, so coming in at number 2 might actually surprise a lot of people. And this is a film, again, definitely saw back in January. And as a fan of the sort of genre, I was desperate to see this film. And I'm talking about The Iron Claw. They starred Zac Efron, and he was playing a wrestler in the Von Erich family. It's Kevin Von Erich, if I remember rightly. And I was quite familiar with the story of the Von Erichs, being a big wrestling fan for over 30 years. This was a great film. It's very sad. It's not a very uplifting film, but I just really enjoyed it. And it's another one again this year. I've not picked it up yet. I need to keep an eye on CX and get this picked up, get it in my collection. But I do want to rewatch it. But let's say it's a hard watch. But I thought this was a fantastic film. And nothing's. There's only what I was gonna say. There's only really one film that beats it for me this year. That would be my number 1. And it had to be, it's Marvel again. This is Marvel done right, and it's Deadpool and Wolverine. This was just a hilarious film. From the opening credits with doing the NSYNC song to just all the banter with Wolverine with Hugh Jackman. It was just a hilarious film, and there was lots of cool cameos in there as well. And again, this is another film, despite being in the top 5, I do need to pick up. And so these 5 films of the year, and I've got one of them so far. But the Deadpool, I've been trying to get the 4K recently in CX, but I didn't have a slip. So it put me off. I might even just end up getting the Blu-ray, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want them 4K though, if I'm honest, with a slip, but anyway. But Deadpool and Wolverine, Marvel back on track. Great to see. And I think it was a great decision just to have the one movie in 2024. I know we've got a few coming this year in 2025. We've got Thunderbolts, I think it is. Captain America. I think there's another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But maybe Fantastic Four, possibly. I'd be interested in that one. We'll have to wait and see. But Deadpool is my number 1 favourite film of 2024. So that is the end of my list. Comment down below what's your top film of 2024. What's your worst film of 2024? I'd really be interested to see what you think. Is any of the films in my sort of top 5s, both best and worst, getting yours? Let me know. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Bye guys.